Agnes, so as the daughter of who founded Earth Day, how do you feel being here on campus right now and seeing it being celebrated by students at JSU? And I'll hold the mic,
okay.
And then you'll look at me.
Well, I look at you. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah. Well, I am so deeply grateful to be able to be here. I try to do something with students every Earth Day to be able to come to my father's alma mater on the 45th anniversary. It brings me great joy. My family's delighted I'm here. I've never been to San Jose. Imagining my father going to college here in 1939 and beginning just thinking about the environment is just a great joy. Something I'm really grateful for.
And personally, or thinking about others too, what's kind of a challenge to living a sustainable life and protecting the earth? What challenges do you face on a daily basis, or you see others facing?
Well, it's interesting in contemporary times to think about this. We have a commitment. I certainly have a deep personal commitment to the environment. I know that everyone here today shares that commitment. And yet we're substantial consumers of resources, scarce resources that are extracted sometimes in ways that think of your computers and your cell phones. And I think it's important for us to walk the talk and to think about what our own personal impact is on this earth. And that's a challenge. Probably the biggest challenge we face
And then also your hope for today, the way that I see it, I feel like sometimes people don't know that they are leading up to the future, and it's that especially like our generation, we're the ones that are basically creating our own future when it comes to the planet. So basically, your hopes for our generation and future hopes.
Well, that's a great question, and I would simply say to you, my father was asked many times, what's the greatest environmental challenge facing us today? And in later years, he always answered climate change. There was a time when he might say biodiversity protection, and before that it could have been a different environmental issue. But he had a very interesting answer that a lot of people didn't understand that I'd ask you and suggest you think about. And it is this: the greatest environmental challenge of our time is raising this generation with the environmental ethos to make the decisions to forge a sustainable society for the future. So really, it's in this generation's hands. What is on the T-shirt? Doesn't it say it's your turn?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
They didn't give me one yet.
I think it says it's your turn. But here's the hopeful message. Go back to this idea. My father, Earth Day was successful beyond his wildest dreams. It had an unimaginable outcome. He was just a guy with an idea, and it was a simple idea. Set aside one day to teach and talk about the environment. That was all it was. He never thought there'd be a second Earth Day. He didn't imagine it would precipitate the environmental decade and the adoption of the Clean Air Act and the Clean Water Act and the creation of the Environmental Protection Agency. These were unimaginable outcomes. And so I think I stay hopeful when I think about how an individual with a good idea and a lot of persistence and a commitment and a set of values changed the world in a way that was unimaginable when he was working to think of this idea.
Thank you so much.
Oh, my pleasure.